Hey there, Gemini. Let's have a look at the cards and see what we've got in store for you for the week ahead, shall we? Hi there, my name is Lee Shanks, aka Intuitive Lee, and aka Intuitive Lee. And we are looking at the cards for the sign of Gemini for the week of January the 7th through to the 13th. Come on in, Gemini. Let's see what you've got in store for you. All right. Your first card is your overarching energy for the week ahead, and we're using the Divine Animals Oracle, and I have for you companionship. All right, so I just want to lean into the energy of that card. And what I'm getting here for you at this time, Gemini, is there's a sense of, I feel like a companion or some companions have let you down recently, and you're really wondering about the companions you have. That's sort of the story that's unfolding in my head. I kind of do feel like I need you to ask, I need you to give them a second chance, right? Even if they don't come asking for it. I don't feel like this was a huge deal. I do feel like whatever's going on, they've let you down, but I don't think it was on purpose. That's kind of what I'm getting here, Gemini, that this was, they let other priorities sort of bubble to the surface and took on those priorities and sort of took you a little bit for granted and set what you had for expectations or what had been promised you. They set that off to the side. So it's kind of like they promised you the elevator and gave you the shaft, but I don't feel like that was their intention going in here, Gemini. So I just want to advise you to consider that. And I do feel like whatever triggers have been sort of set in motion for you, to understand that those aren't always necessarily connected to the instance at hand, right? Quite often when we're triggered, it leads us back to something that happened to us previously, and we're not healed from it. And so when something similar comes up, we get triggered, and instead of just responding this much, we're responding this much because we still got all that old crap sitting within us that's got to find a way out, right? So if you allow yourself to recognize that and work on that, acknowledge that, and set the intention to just heal from that, and you do that every single time you're triggered, that means you got to give these people that have let you down a little bit of space and grace. Maybe have an open communication with them about what has happened and how you're feeling about it. Allow them the opportunity to make it right, all right? And they're only going to do that when you've given them that opportunity, all right? And if they don't know that they've done wrong, how can they make it right? All right, where are we going this week? Again, using the Shaman's Dream Oracle. The beginning of the week, we have gathering around. This is about your community. This is why I feel like it's important for you to have that conversation with your companions about what's going on inside of you. I get it. It's tough to be vulnerable sometimes and put yourself out there. I will tell you right now, vulnerability takes super strength. You are not a weak person for expressing when you're vulnerable. That takes incredible strength. It's a superpower to be able to be vulnerable. So I want you to tap into that idea of your vulnerability being a superpower and use it in your favor by opening up your mouth and saying something about what's going on. All right, Gemini, where are we getting to by the middle of the week here for you? And we have, the Fool's Embrace, transmuting your pain. That makes perfect sense to me. It's painful when people let us down. It really is. And we get a story, a narrative going on in our head that maybe actually isn't even true for the instance at hand. The only way to discover that is that open communication, right? And allow yourself to transmute your pain. That means using your pain to lead you through the lesson and the understanding without allowing it to make you bitter or closed down. Okay, so again, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Where are we going at the end of the week here for you, Gemini? We're wrapping up with, look at this. Fortune's Wheel, luck and good timing. Wow, I actually feel like this is only peripherally related to what I've already been talking about this conversation. These people have let you down. I do feel like as you're resolving this, as you're having the communication, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, something else happens in your life, kind of peripheral to this, but it's coming in almost like a reward for you allowing yourself to be vulnerable, for you allowing yourself to say what needed to be said, to get it off your chest so you're not carrying that load by yourself. And I honestly don't feel like your companions have an awareness about how they've contributed to the way you're feeling right? You are responsible for your feelings. You can choose to move on from these feelings. You can choose to move into more confidence and happiness. But I feel like that would be so much easier for you if you had a conversation, because I don't feel like they understand where you're coming from. And you need to let them into your world a little bit more. All right? They're not mind readers. Okay? I hope that makes perfect sense to you, Gemini. It should. If it resonates with you, then great. Leave me a note in the chat below. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. It just wasn't your reading this week. And that's fine. Excuse me while I'm dodging the light and shadow in my studio here. So Gemini, please leave me a note in the chat below. I will get back to you personally at my earliest convenience. And I would love it if you hit the like, share, and subscribe. Guess what, people? Last week I hit 500 subscribers. And this week, just a matter of days later, I'm already up to just about 600. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please keep it up. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Hit your notification button, because coming up real soon, you get to get a tour of this space. Finished. Yeah, that's right. Finished. All right, Gemini, take care. I hope to see you back here really soon. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you. This is Intuitively signing off. We'll see you next week, everyone.